If the Shure SM7B had a baby, this is what it would look like. This is the K688 XLR and USB dynamic microphone from a company called Fifine. If you've seen any of my videos before, I do mention that I am a professional mix and mastering engineer, and the purpose for this channel is to talk about tech, gear, camera, lenses, and stuff like that I own and I have used, and to give you honest feedback and reviews on these things. So recently I put up a video on this channel talking about the reason why I prefer the Rode wireless mic to the DJI Mic 2 system. And shortly after, I received an email from this company, Fifine. At first I thought it was spam, but when I read through I realized it was actually credible. They offered to send me this microphone to try out, test and use, and make a video about it. Although the microphone was sent to me for free, they didn't pay me any money, and they don't even know what I'm about to say. They didn't ask me to say anything. They didn't even send me a product brief or anything like that. Everything I'm about to tell you in this video is stuff that I have experienced from use and from the spec sheets from the website, and also what's on the packaging. So all the thoughts on this video are absolutely mine from using this microphone for the past few weeks, and in the end I'll tell you if I think it's worth spending money on, if you should buy a microphone like this for the price point. It's only £79, or you should just go ahead and buy something else. So first things first, as YouTube culture demands, we do a quick little unboxing. The K688 Fifine microphone comes in a black paper box. Solid enough, firm enough, what you would expect for something like this. Actually, I think it's better than you would expect. And you open this up, first thing you see is a manual, a paper manual. There's something that I have for paper manuals. I really love it when a company includes a paper manual with their products, because I understand how it is right now in the world. Companies are cutting down on how much paper waste they include in their products and everything like that. I get it, it's environmental protection, but nothing quite replaces the feeling of having a paper manual to sit down and read. I mean, I am a tech guy, but it's not every time I want to read something from a PDF on an iPad. So yeah, shout out to Fifine for this. I appreciate this. There's a paper manual here, and there's this, what is this? So some foam material to cushion the product so it doesn't scratch in transit. Also, straight out of the box, the mic itself, there's some more stuff in here. There's an adapter for the boom arm. I have a boom arm right here that I already purchased. I'll show you this in the video. So if I need to adapt this to the boom arm, there's something for me here, and there's a USB-C to type A, USB-A cable. This is a lengthy cable. I haven't opened it just yet, but this is quite a lengthy cable. This is something that you would need regardless how far away your microphone is from your interface or your computer. Although I won't use this one, I'll use the USB-C to USB-C instead. I already have something like that. And that's it, that's all. In here is just the cord, the box. So put this back in here. Looking at the microphone itself, the microphone is well built. I would say, I don't know what this material is. It's some form of aluminum. I don't know if the autofocus is doing its thing right now. Yeah. So I think autofocus is tracking it right now. There's an XLR port, there's a USB-C port in here, and there's a headphone volume knob on this side, a microphone volume knob on this side. So headphone on top, mic on the bottom. I'll just keep it at 12 o'clock for each of them. Then there's the boom arm mount right here, and it's in the shock mount already. I don't think I can take it off the shock mount, except I have to remove it from the rubber bands and unscrew the shock mount out of it. I don't want to do that. Shock mounts are very important. I'm excited they included the shock mounts onto this. Shock mounts help you reduce the vibration, so if you bump into the stand, this is not going to go all over the place and bring the rumbles into your audio recording. This is a mute button, but it does look like a power button. I think it's touch sensitive. It is not a button that goes in or haptic feedback or anything like that. It's not a tactile button, it's just a touch sensitive one. And you see this pop filter here? This is the nicest thing I've ever felt on a mic. This thing feels so nice and plush. I don't know what material this is. This is not foam. It's like fiber, like microfiber meshed or woven into one form. So yeah, but this feels really good for a pop filter. I think this will do a great job. This doesn't look like a cheap microphone. Yeah, you can tell it's not the most expensive one, but it doesn't feel cheap. It is light, and I think that's the aim and the purpose of a mic at this price point. I can see the capsule in here. I like the way this is. I bought a mic before from Temu just for trial purposes. It was a mic that was emulating the U87, and when it got to me, it was trash. It was straight dog water, and this is not like that. This is good. All right, let's get back to the review. When you first pick this microphone up, you can definitely tell it's on the lighter side as compared to my Rode NT1A. I know this has got a different style of shock mount, a separate pop filter, but with the Fifine mic, the K688 has a pop filter belt onto it, which I already mentioned before is the softest feeling thing I've ever felt. The shock mount is portable yet functional, and it's just it's a light little package. If you're putting this in a backpack and you're traveling with this or just moving this around the house, it won't be something that you should consider as heavy. So I use a MacBook, and I'm very much on Mac OS, iOS, and iPad OS, but I do have a Windows handheld gaming device, the ROG Ally X. And over the weekend, while playing Call of Duty, I did connect this mic to this Ally X via USB-C to USB-C to have party chat with my friends on Discord, because that's the method we use. We talk on Discord and we play on mute in Warzone. It worked pretty well. When you connect this microphone to a Windows computer, you just hear the little ping pong sound, and it identifies it as a microphone and as a speaker. So what you have to do is go to the speaker side and turn it back to whatever headphone or speaker that you're using, and on the microphone side you let these be. And when it's USB connected on the Mac as well, the Mac identifies it in the same way automatically. You don't need to download and install drivers to make Macs or Windows recognize it. They will recognize it immediately. And something you should note is when you connect this to a computer via USB, there's a button. This button, initially I thought it was a power button. There's something here. It's a little green knob in front. You can see it's lighting up right now. I thought it was a power button, but it's a mute button. And if I press this, it goes red. If it goes red, it's mute. And when it's green, the audio is back. So this is something that I have noticed doesn't work when you're connecting this microphone to the audio interface via XLR. So that tells us that this is just a very USB focused microphone. It works with my gaming device, which is Windows powered. It also works on my MacBook. For my use case, I don't really have use for it through my MacBook. I'll use it for the most part through my Windows PC, and because I have a second setup for video games and stuff like that. When it comes to the sensitivity and frequency response, there is a slight boost from 1K to 2K according to Fifine. That's what they say on their website, that there's a slight boost on the top end. However, they say the mid-range is very flat and there's no tweaks to it. This is a dynamic microphone. There's certain characteristics that we expect from them. We expect them to be boomy, especially when you use them in close proximity like this. There's usually this boom boom at the end, and this doesn't quite feel as boomy as I expected it to be, considering how affordable or how low budget this microphone comes in at. I thought the audio quality would be very crappy, but it's not crappy as long as you set the gain levels to be right, because there's a gain knob at the, you see I keep talking like I'm talking into this mic, however I'm still speaking to my Rode microphone here. Yeah, there's a volume knob at the other side of the microphone, which I showed you while I was unboxing, and this volume knob, you can go all the way to the right or all the way to the left. I have found that leaving it somewhere in the middle works best. What you don't want to do with this mic or any mic is to clip it, because it's already very sensitive. You don't want to boost the volume at 100% and still boost it from your computer at 100%. You will have unusable audio. If you use this microphone and you set on your computer for the Fifine to be the headphones, you can plug a headphone into the microphone and use that instead. Although I have a separate gaming headphone that I connected via the dongle to my gaming device, I could have used this headphone and connected it via a 3.5 mm jack. This is a SteelSeries gaming headphone, by the way. So what I'm saying is, if you're using this microphone as input and output from your computer, you can plug microphone into this headphone jack that's at the back and control the headphone volume from the microphone as well. Now that makes this mic kind of work like an audio interface on its own, USB powered. However, the sound quality from this mic is at its best when you use it as an XLR microphone. I have an audio interface, my Audience ID24. I connected this microphone to the Audience ID24, and the sound quality was better than it was when I tried to record using the USB. I'll show you the test in a minute. It doesn't have any noise cancelling feature inbuilt like some other microphones would, where they try to isolate the noise by itself. This mic doesn't do that. Instead, I have noticed that it picks up rumbles a lot quickly and easily. If you just touch this microphone, you're gonna feel the vibrations and the scratches in your recording. You will hear it crackle and cackle, and you'll see what I'm saying when I record the test clips. In my opinion, the pros of this microphone far outweighs the con. You see, Fifine didn't send this microphone or ship it with this stand. I bought this stand separately from Amazon. It's a Fifine product as well. I kind of don't like the way that it swivels, but that's not a mic problem. This one is a mic stand problem. Anyways, overall, it makes this microphone quite easy to use. If you're using this for purposes like Zoom calls, playing video games, recording voiceovers for your videos, this microphone will do the job, considering how much it costs. It costs only 79, call it 80 pounds. If you're gonna buy the Rode NT1A like I already have right here, this will set you back around 200 pounds. And if you're gonna buy the Shure SM7B, which everyone loves and uses, it's very popular, that's probably around 325 pounds. So for 80 pounds, I would get this microphone, place it in one spot like this, and not have to move it around. That's what I would do. That's a pro. It's versatile, it's lightweight, it's not as heavy as other microphones of this size. Although this microphone would not be suitable for recording vocals if you're a singer. So if you're trying to build a home studio setup, you got your audio interface, you got your computer, and this is not the mic you want to buy. Do not buy this mic saying you want to record vocals with it, rap or singing. I would personally wouldn't recommend it. Can you do it? Yes, but should you do it? No. It is a dynamic microphone. It's a cardioid pickup pattern, so it picks up audio from straight up like this, and from the side it's not going to be so great. But for recording vocals, I would not advise. It's just not built for that. So if we are to do an audio test, which is a very essential part of any microphone test or audio equipment for that matter, especially when we have it present right now, this is what the audio from my Rode Wireless Me via the lavalier microphone sounds like. So watch the whole video you watch was on the Rode, and now this is what the audio sounds like on the K688 Fifine microphone in XLR mode. I have connected the microphone via XLR to my audio interface right now, and one thing I have observed is that when the microphone is in XLR mode, when you connect it via XLR, all the knobs at the back don't make a difference anymore. The microphone volume, the headphone volume, they don't make a difference. Now this mic is solely powered by the audio interface. The microphone volume has to be adjusted via the interface. The 48-volt phantom power needs to be turned on to power this microphone. And I would say avoid using the -10 dB padding if you have that feature on your audio interface. And also with this XLR mode, even with the USB mode, like I said earlier, the microphone picks up. If I bump into this stand, you can feel it. You can hear the sound that I bumped into it. If I touch it, it just picks up all these little things. Now, this is not to say that other microphones wouldn't do the same, but I think this is a little more than you would get from other mic types or brands, you know. So If you're putting this microphone on a stand like this and you're not touching it, if I was recording a podcast, this is ideally the position I would be in. And yeah, so this is it. What do you think? I haven't EQ'd or compressed this sound at all. I just level matched it so it won't sound drastically different from my previous audio. And now I have disconnected the XLR cable. I am recording into the computer via USB. If you observe, the XLR version had more depth to it. Although the USB one comes with more volume, the volume is louder and it's higher, more present via USB. But the XLR comes with better audio quality. I think the top end boost only applies when you're using USB, because if you're using the XLR, it just goes directly to the pickup and delivers that straight to your computer. This is the mode that I would use, the USB mode, if I'm playing video games or if I want a Zoom call. But if I was recording a voiceover or something serious for my YouTube videos, I would use the XLR mode. And for the purpose of comparison, this is what the Rode NT1A sounds like via XLR to the audio interface. No EQ, no compression, just volume matching, so it doesn't sound crazily different. Again, this is an OG mic. This is a studio level, studio grade, professional microphone. This is a condenser mic. It is not a dynamic mic. This comparison is not very fair. I'm not supposed to compare a microphone of this caliber to a USB microphone. If you ask me, I would say the USB microphone is doing very great for its type of microphone. This is something that is suitable for recording vocals and instruments as well. You can still record instruments with the Fifine K688 microphone, but I personally wouldn't recommend that. That wouldn't be pro grade. That would be something you just do if you are not able to get your hands on something more professional like this one. So yeah, I mean, there's always pros and cons to every electronic device that we have, but the pros of this one, I don't really think it's a pros and cons in this case. I think the pros and the cons will be determined by the use case. If you're using this for the wrong purposes, you won't get the right result. And if you're using the mic, the Rode NT1A, I can't really find the wrong purpose for it. Whatever you're using it for would still be great. Recording vocals, instrumentals, podcasts, gaming, whatever you use this microphone for would be great. But then again, think about the price. This costs over £200, while this one is only £80. That's less than half the price of this microphone. So if you're using the Fifine microphone, you are not going wrong for gaming, for a podcast, for Zoom calls, and even recording voiceovers, especially via XLR. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're planning to pick up this microphone, let me know in the comments. If you've used this microphone, let me know what you think about this microphone in the comments as well. There are more videos already recorded. Some are edited, some are pending the edits. I'll edit and post them as soon as I can. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel to see more of these type of videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.